the mask mandate is no more from the CDC.
A lot of gray areas that have to be navigated.
He immediately goes, well, there's gray areas, right? He can't believe it's over. He's like, no, we've been milking this for a year and a half. What are you doing? No more Trump. No more COVID. No one's going to watch your station ever. He's like, no, please tell us something else is going to happen bad. I don't want to lose my job. Literally, that's what he's saying. There was no gray area. She was like, you don't got to do it. He was like, well, there's gray areas, right? Tell me something, guys.
Right. It's come into clearer focus, but there's still a little blurriness around the edges here.
He was like, well, there's some blurriness because he doesn't want this guy to cry. He's going to cry. If the doctor goes, no, it's pretty clear. He'll be like, no, oh, I just bought a house. I'm going to lose my job.
It's a big day. I mean, overall, I think the CDC, what they're saying now reflects the science that has been emerging now for the past several weeks. Really, since we started vaccinating people en masse and collecting real world data, it became very clear that not only were vaccines really good at keeping people from getting sick, they were also really good at keeping people from getting infected, because you can be infected without getting sick. But then the third component was that even if you did get an infection, even if you tested positive for COVID after having been vaccinated, it was very unlikely you'd ever develop enough virus in your body to then transmit it to others.
And that's the key point. This is the key point. If you're vaccinated, the odds of you even contracting it are slim. And if you actually get it, you test positive, the odds of you actually having enough to infect someone else, slim. So you're probably not gonna. So if you're afraid of getting COVID because maybe you are over 70 and you have a pre-existing condition or your immune system is compromised, if you're in that world, I would be worried. If I was that person, I'd be concerned. I would be. And you should, if you're in that world, you should be concerned. COVID will kill you. It does. It could kill you, seriously. So be concerned. So obviously you get yourself vaccinated and maybe you would still keep wearing a mask because you'd be concerned. You're immunocompromised, whatever. Okay. But why would you care if I was wearing a mask? Not if I'm vaccinated. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to give you COVID. The odds are slim. Plus you're vaccinated, make it even slimmer. Plus you're wearing a mask. So you're wearing a mask. We're both vaccinated. Why are you concerned?
Those are the three components. Not likely to get sick, not likely to get infected, and very unlikely to transmit the virus to somebody else if you did.
This is CNN. This guy on the left, he is like, what are you saying? We're finished. Stop, doctor. You're killing me. Say we're all going to die. Will you just say we're all going to die?
So that's why this guidance now says if you're vaccinated, you really don't need to wear a mask indoors or outdoors, gatherings large or small, as you said.
Yep.
The blurriness I think that you're alluding to, which I completely agree with, is how do you know then? You go into a public place of some sort, you're vaccinated, so you're okay, protected,
you're okay.
Very well protected against getting sick.
You're vaccinated. His words. This is Dr. Sanjay Gupta. This is a mainstream CNN doctor, and he just said, you are very well protected. His words.
There may be other people who are not wearing masks. Are they also vaccinated? How do you know? Are they in compliance?
Why do you care? Are they in compliance? Why do you care? It's a serious question. And it goes down to the core of what I thought of being an American is. Clearly I am wrong, but that's what I thought it was. And native libertarianism is that you own your own life. You own it, not me. I just said, I think that if you're over 70 and you have a pre-existing condition, you should be worried. That's my opinion, and I'm shooting you. I'm not ordering you. I should have no authority to order you. If you happen to be over 70 and you have a pre-existing condition and you decide that you want to go out anyway without a mask and without getting vaccinated, I think that's a bad idea. But that's all that is. My opinion. You own your own life. You want to roll the dice and gamble? Go ahead. You want to jump off an airplane and skydive? I think you shouldn't do that. I don't get to decide. So why do I care if you're in compliance?
how's that all going to sort out? I mean, unless
Why
you
does
have
it?
to
What do you
show
care?
proof of vaccination, that's going to be challenging. The other thing that
Yes?
Dr. Walensky did not answer, despite being asked twice, once by Caitlin and once again by Kristen Welker, was why still masks on things like airplanes then? If you're
Yes.
saying you don't need to wear masks if you're vaccinated indoors, outdoors, gatherings large and small, why
Yes.
airplanes still?
I want to say this again. Sanjay Gupta is asking that question. This is a mainstream CNN doctor who has been telling us we're all going to die. COVID's going to kill all of us for the past year and a half.
There's still a little bit of, it's still not clear to me exactly what's driving some of those recommendations.
Nothing. Fear.
Sanjay, despite
Listen
all
to
of
her.
that, I just want to take a moment
She said, despite all of that, hear what she says.
to mark this minute, because I found myself welling up when Dr. Walensky was talking and she said we have an exciting announcement, and I still find myself welling up even right now because, you and I talked every morning,
Yes.
during the past year about how many
Listen.
more Americans were going to die,
She admitted it. We talked every morning about how many Americans are going to die. They did for a year. Why am I even bringing this up? Why would I show you this? Because they spent a full year on CNN scaring the hell out of us, scaring us like there's no tomorrow. They didn't give us information like they should have. They didn't express the science like they should have. They didn't say what was happening in different states or across. They didn't say that. They had a body count. I'm not making that up. You can do YouTube it, check it out. They had a literal body count. Upper right-hand corner on the screen every day. Of the screen, I said screen. They were screaming too. But of the screen, every day, body count, people dying, infected, the world's ending. You have to do this. You must do this. And their entire night show from 8 to 11 was just what an idiot you are if you don't believe everything we say. You're going to kill your grandmother. And they were worshiping Cuomo like there was no tomorrow. They were worshiping my terrible, horrible governor like there was no tomorrow for a year. And now she's sat and crying, oh, I don't gonna do that anymore.
What was going to happen? Were we going to make it to the vaccines? Were we all going to survive? What was going to happen?
Were we all, I'm not making this up, guys. Were we all gonna survive? She thought like we would all die. This is the way she was actually talking. Like we're all gonna die.
And 580,000 Americans didn't make it
This is
to
true.
this day. This day that they say that we can throw these away, that we've all been clinging to.
She doesn't want to throw it away.
And
She misses it.
I mean, we just didn't know when this day would come, but it feels a little bit like it's over today.
And she's unhappy that it's over. Am I reading this wrong? If I am, I'm open to being wrong here. But she's like unhappy. Oh, it's over. She's not like, it's over. She's like, she's like, it's over. Look at her. She's not happy about it being over. You would think she'd be happy about that. She's not. And the dude on the left's like, please tell me we're still going to die. I got a job here. What are we going to do? We got no Trump, no COVID. We're CNN. Now what? Hope a plane crashes soon. That's what he's thinking. I can't wait for a plane to crash. Maybe we'll disappear. We'll have another 3 weeks. Maybe OJ will kill somebody. We'll get to be on TV for the year.
Doesn't it?
You're getting me emotional too, Allison. I mean, gosh, I got goosebumps as you're talking. I mean, it's a really important day.
They don't know how to handle it, and it's embarrassing. They don't know how to handle it. It's nothing but bad.